Hello everyone, my name's Chris. Welcome to my channel, RustnRiding. On this channel, I'll be documenting my rides and restorations of various old classic motorcycles out of my humble garage, as well as a bit of wheelings and dealings thrown in for good measure. For this first video, I'm just going to introduce you to a couple of my bikes. The first bike I'd like to introduce you to is my 1981 Honda CD200 Bentley, known to my friends and family as RT because of a ruby red paint. Not that there's much of it left because I have painted a bit of it black and replaced the red headlamp with a black one. But I quite like the colour scheme of red and black actually. I've had her for a number of years. I found as a complete basket case on a well-known auction site, and we have gone through quite a lot of work and a lot of adventures, me and RT. I actually restored her in a old non-powered shed at the back of my old house with a torch chimney mush. So there is very little in the way of video evidence of her build, but I have got some photographs and I might regale on the channel later. I absolutely adore this bike and will never part with her. She is my pride and joy. I get out on her as often as I can. We've covered several thousand miles together on around the lanes of Cheddar and the Mendips, and as far afield as our last recent ride up to the National Motorcycle Museum in Solihull, which was quite an achievement. It was raining on the M5 on the way back, but she managed admirably. I adore the CD200 Bentley. I think they're a marvellous bike. They're really good fun, great smiles per mile. They make great noise, they look the part, and you can really enjoy riding them. And hopefully, when I set the GoPro up, you can join me on some nice rides, which I'll document on the channel, as I intend to do the Devil's Bridge in Ryder, and go down to my home county of Devon and do as many rides on there as I can, and of course the aforementioned lovely roads around here in Somerset. Now that brings me neatly on to this, which is the RustnRiding project bike. Another CD200 Bentley, 1985 this one. As you can see, I've done a little bit of removal of some rustier parts, the seat being beyond repair, and I've removed the rack and other bits and pieces that came with the bike. I did actually document this in an earlier video and I will put that on the page for you to watch. This bike was part of a deceased estate and has been off the road since about 1994. I'll be documenting the build of this bike on the channel. It'll be the first restoration on the channel. I think about the 9th or 10th one of these bikes I've done. So it'll be good to go through it all and see what's what. Initial impressions are, as this has come from my spare stash, there was some missing wiring that we'll need to replace. The swinging arm is completely rotten and has swung its last, but fortunately I have another one of those in the stash as well. And I'm sure we'll come across a few other problems in the coming weeks of the restoration. The next video actually on the channel will be me attempting to see if we can get a spark out of here once I've reconnected the wiring and put a battery on her. I will also at some point be showing you the economics of these restorations and keeping tabs on how much things cost, because they're all done on a budget, a humble budget as you can tell by my humble surroundings, and I must make sure I don't eat into the wife's wine expenditure fund. Now fortunately this bike is well covered because up until recently there was a red 404 sitting here. Big shout out to Tim in Wells for purchasing that nice bike, and I'm sure he'll enjoy restoring it. Hopefully I might actually get to show the finished bike on the channel at some point. So at least this one is well funded, but I will, like I said, update you on how much things cost. Unfortunately, on that note, one thing I have learned throughout restoring a few of these bikes is if something can go again, hang on to it, because the chances are you'll probably need it further down the line. So I'm quite pleased with that, as I have got the swinging arm and a few other bits and pieces, again, such as this piece of conveniently placed wiring. I will also, for good measure, give a bit of a shout out to this, which is my hack, my 1989 Honda NTV 600k Revere. Currently firmly in the doghouse because she doesn't want to start. Or recently actually, she started at the weekend when it's been nice and sunny and has declined to start on the way to work. Can't say blame her, I don't want to go to work either, but unfortunately it does cause a bit of a problem, although RT enjoys the ride. Now this bike is referred to as sooty by my friends and family because while she may look a bit better in the video, she is quite rough in practice, obviously rattle can black, and the name came because apparently she looks like she's fallen down a chimney. Not sure what we're going to do with her. She'll probably crop up in the page when I attempt to work out what's wrong with her. I think there's probably some water in the right hand side switch gear, which is shorting out the kill switch, or it could be something more simple. But unfortunately, as quite a lot of cowboys have been in here before, the wiring is a miss. So that's always fun. But we will see. There she is. That's actually the majority of the motorbikes that are here at the moment. There's a 404 behind me, but that has taken part in the recent wheelings and dealings and is off to a new home in the next week or so I'm quite pleased about that, and that will fund the build of the Bentley inside. So I hope you've enjoyed this introductory video, and I hope you join me for the next video, be it a ride or the restoration. And if you like this channel, then please subscribe.